All right, everyone. So I want to ask a question. Why are conservatives such ass kissers and sycophants? Now, what has led me to ask this question? Well, a lot of things have led me to ask this question over the years because I've seen a lot of ass kissery amongst the right wing. But there is something that I saw today that made me ask this question again. And I want to pose this question for a particular reason. And this is something that really worries me. During the COVID years, conservatives were nonstop bashing Charles Schwab, Yuval Harari, and the World Economic Forum. And they would say things like, Yuval Harari and Charles Schwab and the World Economic Forum want to create this evil, demonic, dystopian society where mankind will be merged together with machine. Now, I agree that transhumanism is evil. I do not like Yuval Harari. Yuval Harari is evil. Yuval Harari advances the ideology of transhumanism. But here's the thing. So does Elon Musk. Elon Musk advances the ideology of transhumanism. Musk has this demonic vision for the world in which human beings will be able to download their personalities and their memories into robots and thereby live forever and transcend humanity and accelerate this final process of human evolution, which is just social Darwinism. Evolution is just social Darwinism. It is the foundational ideology for eugenics. Elon Musk gets a pass, but Yuval Harari does not. Why? Because Yuval Harari is a liberal. So he's on the opposing team. So when Yuval Harari preaches transhumanism, then the conservatives will bash Yuval Harari with much enthusiasm and anger and energy. But when Elon Musk preaches for transhumanism, when he advances the ideology of transhumanism, Elon Musk gets a pass. Why is this? Because Elon Musk is a billionaire who leans right. So he's on the right-wing team. And as long as he is on the right-wing team, the right-wingers will be very soft with him. Some conservatives will criticize Elon Musk, but even when those conservatives criticize Elon Musk, for the most part, they are very soft-spoken, very nice, very cordial, very diplomatic. Why is this? Because Musk is on the right-wing team. That's it. They do politics just like they do sports. When the other team does something, they will attack that team. But when their team does the same thing, their team gets an exemption. And it's all about power politics. Elon Musk advances the agenda of the right wing because he purchased Twitter, changed its name to X, and then got rid of most of the censorship that Twitter had. So he advances the right-wing agenda. He helps the right-wing agenda, and the right wing praises Elon Musk as a hero for free speech. But when Yuval Harari advances transhumanism and talks about how the next stage of evolution is going to be the merging together of man with machine, they will attack Yuval Harari, they will attack the World Economic Forum, and they will say that Harari and his ilk want to usher in the Antichrist. And they are right in the sense that Harari is Antichrist. He advances an Antichrist ideology, but so does Elon Musk. So does Elon Musk. But Elon Musk gets a pass. This is why I say that right-wingers will follow the next version of Nazism. Whatever the next version of Nazism is going to be, the right wing is going to fall for it. Why? Because Nazism back in the 1920s became very popular because it was anti-communist. The communists were very violent. They were a lot of communist terrorists. The German people were very worried about the advancement of communism, and I can't blame them for that. But where they fell was that they were deceived by the propaganda of the Nazis. The Nazis came along and said, we hate communism. We will destroy the Marxist plague, the Marxist menace. And so a lot of the German people followed the Nazis. The Nazis of today will come out and say that they are against cultural Marxism, that they are against the woke left or the SJWs. And conservatives and right-wingers will follow these Nazis of today. And it's amazing. Elon Musk expressed his agreement with a post on Twitter that pretty much preached very typical neo-Nazi propaganda. What this post on Twitter stated was that Jews hate white people. Essentially, that's what this post said, right? That Jews or Jewish communities go against white people. And Elon Musk expressed his agreement with this post. Elon Musk expressed his agreement with a post that shared a very typical tenet of the neo-Nazi worldview. It's a very typical talking point of neo-Nazis, that Jews are the enemies of whites. And this is what the Nazis back in the day taught. And they were right-wingers who were defending Elon Musk. And it's quite amazing that Ben Shapiro will defend Elon Musk, that Ben Shapiro will praise Elon Musk. Ben Shapiro is an Orthodox Jew. What's he doing side by side as an ally with Elon Musk? What's going on here? What's going on here is exactly what I've been talking about, and that is conservatives are ass kissers. It's not about principle. It's about power. It's about what is to their advantage. And that's why you will see Ben Shapiro with Elon Musk. Regardless of the fact that Elon Musk has eugenic ideas, regardless of the fact that he has a transhumanist ideology, regardless of the fact that he has expressed agreement with a very typical neo-Nazi talking point, none of that matters. What matters is power. Ben Shapiro cannot go against Elon Musk because Musk is a huge figurehead within the right. He's a huge figurehead within the right, and he is seen as a savior. He is seen as a hero for the right wing. Transhumanism is basically the eugenics of our time. Eugenics, the original ideology of eugenics, taught that inferior genetics, inferior genes ruin the gene pool, and that superior genes must be the only genes allowed to be passed on. And those with inferior genes must not be allowed to breed. They must be prevented from breeding, either through a policy of sterilization or by a policy of genocide, and this is what the Nazis did, so that the superior genes will be the only genes in the gene pool, and human beings will be able to accelerate the process of human evolution and become Übermenschen, or supermen. And this is what the Nazis wanted. This is what their aspiration was. Well, Elon Musk and his ilk, the whole transhumanist faction, they also have this idea of eugenics. They believe in creating a superhuman by merging man together with machine. This is the ideology of Ray Kurzweil. Ray Kurzweil, who is Jewish, amazingly. You have Jewish people who are advancing the social Darwinistic ideology of our time, which is very disturbing. Ray Kurzweil talks about human body 3.0. And I'll read to you guys a quote from Ray Kurzweil. He stated, quote, "I envision human body 3.0 in the 2030s and 2040s as a more fundamental redesign. Rather than reformulating each subsystem, we, both the biological and non-biological portions of our thinking working together, will have the opportunity to revamp our bodies based on our experience with version 2.0. As with the transition from 1.0 to 2.0, the transition to 3.0 will be gradual and will involve many competing ideas. One attribute I envision for version 3.0 is the ability to change our bodies. We'll be able to do that very easily in virtual reality environments. See the next section. But we will also acquire the means to do this in real reality. We will incorporate MNT-based fabrication into ourselves, so we'll be able to rapidly alter our physical manifestation at will." So it's about creating a superhuman through technology. It's about creating the Übermensch, the Superman that the Nazis envisioned. And the Nazis conducted human experimentation to a great extent because they believed that through human experimentation, they could create a new human being. This is why Mengele injected blue ink into people's eyes to make people blue-eyed. They had this idea that they could recreate humanity, that they could recreate humanity into their own image, that they could dictate evolution, that they could manipulate nature for their own ends, to establish their own utopia. And the transhumanists are no different. They're no different. And Elon Musk is at the forefront of this very demonic ideology, this very demonic movement. But yet conservatives will follow Elon Musk. They'll bash Yuval Hariri or they'll bash Charles Schwab, but they won't bash Elon Musk. And today I went onto the official Twitter page for Neuralink. Neuralink is Elon Musk's company. And I saw that Neuralink had just announced that they implanted a microchip into somebody's brain. I looked at the comments, and the reason why I wanted to read the comments because I want to see if they are people who are awake to this ideology. I wanted to see if they are conservatives who will go onto the comments section and express their outrage or express their concern about what Elon Musk is doing. And I found that the great majority of the comments were in praise of Elon Musk. The great majority of them were saying, good on you, Elon. Good for you, Elon. This is amazing, Elon. And even the comments that were critical were very soft-spoken. They were very diplomatic. They were very cordial. Now, if Yuval Hariri had made such an announcement, there would be way more vitriol. There would be way more viciousness, way more anger being expressed, as opposed to when Elon Musk announces it. And the reason why Elon Musk made this announcement is because, well, he wants to tell people that this chip being implanted into someone's head could cure certain diseases. And I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with curing diseases. But the problem is that it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop with curing diseases. It continues on into Elon Musk's transhumanist ideology. And you have all these people praising Elon Musk. And the ones who were critical of what Elon Musk is doing were very soft. Well, Elon, it's great that you can cure a disease with the microchip, but don't you think we should be concerned about such a type of technology being abused? Blah, 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 blah. Very cordial, very diplomatic. If Yuval Hariri had made this very same announcement, there would have been way more vitriol, way more anger being expressed in the comments. Why is this? Because conservatives are sycophants. Conservatives are ass kissers. Conservatives are respecters of persons. And the Bible says that God is not a respecter of persons. But people become respecters of persons when they want power. They throw principle out the window when it is not to their advantage, and they will become sycophants when those people that they are praising are to their advantage in some way, or they see those people as to their advantage. It reminds me of the Pharisees when they were calling for the crucifixion of Christ. The Pharisees were not very enthusiastic about revolution against Rome, but when it came to their power, when it came to Christ, they saw Christ as a threat to their power. And because Christ was a threat to their power, they wanted Christ dead. And they said, "We have no king but Caesar." So they declared their loyalty to Caesar, but then with the same breath, they were crying for the freedom of Barabbas. They were crying for the release of Barabbas. But Barabbas was a revolutionary against Rome. Barabbas murdered a Roman soldier. And the Pharisees were not people who were enthusiastic about revolution against Rome. They were more for diplomacy with the Romans. But when it came to their power, they sided with a revolutionary. Why? Because they were respecters of persons. Why? Because they were focused on power. They put power above principle. If principle was to their advantage, they would have honored principle. But because in that situation, their principles were not to their advantage, because it was to their advantage to appease the mob, they threw principle out the window and they became a respecter of persons. In this case, they were kissing up to Barabbas and his fanatical followers. And in being respecters of person, they became antichrist. They literally killed Christ because they put power above principles. And when people put persons above principle, when people put power above principles, they become ass kissers. They become sycophants. They become respecters of person. And that's the bottom line. Anyway, you guys just heard some theology. God bless.